all right, I have a bone to pick. I just can't even fathom anymore. Like, why do companies do this? So if you don't know, Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out not too long ago, and everybody was so super hyped for this game because, I mean, let's be honest, if you like watch the trailers and everything, even if you're just a Star Wars fan, it just looked incredible. It genuinely looked good. Then come release time, you're starting to see gameplay like this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna play the old game of like how much frame rate is a 4090 gonna get. So this is an RTX 4090, okay? All right, right now it's drawing 355 watts of power. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think the frame rate is gonna be? Okay? All right, we're gonna hit start. What the fuck, dude?
And like this.
You know, I was just like having fun, laughing around, but I'm done at this point, dude. 22 frames, bro. Fuck Respawn, fuck EA. How they could sell this for $80 is insanity. Like, you motherfucking knew this game is bad. People on Steam know it's bad. And from what I've heard, it's not much better on the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. Although I'm pretty sure they get a more consistent frame rate than that.
And it's just, like, why? Like, I don't understand. Do companies, like, just push out games when they aren't ready or even play tested, beta tested, whatever you want to say? Like, it hurts my head because you have stuff like let's do an example. Like, for example, this is getting compared to like how when Cyberpunk came out and everybody was super hyped for it, and then the graphics just were god awful. I mean, look at this. Like, look at Cyberpunk. Like, it's just, oh my god. Like, it's getting compared to like how bad it was on release day, on launch, because all the company and the developers, all they had to do was just wait. I mean, prime example, look at the new Zelda game that's going to be coming out. They pushed that back I don't know how many times, but they were like, we want to make sure that this is the right thing to do. We want to make sure that we're allocating so much time into this and that when we release it, it doesn't become a flop. Good, smart, that's what I agree with. Some people may not like that, the community might not like that, but boo-hoo, at least when it comes out, it'll be worth it. Instead of rushing a product to the point where it just doesn't perform to the way it should. And okay, to be fair, if this was a game that wasn't so hyped up, would this be such a big deal? Probably not, you might be right, but we're not in that scenario. We are talking about a franchise that is up there as far as one of the most recognizable and one of the most prolific as far as gaming franchises, as far as just even movie, just like in general, it's up there with like Marvel and all that type of shit. Like, it's insane that they let this happen. If you don't know, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is an action-adventure game developed by Respawn Entertainment and then published by Electronic Arts. It's basically a sequel to the Fallen Order that was released, I believe, on like the PlayStation and everything. You know, it's pretty much, you know, all that stuff. So it was released on the 28th, and they used Unreal Engine 4, which was a big deal because, you know, they always, if you look on Twitter, oh, look at this game that was used in Unreal Engine 4. Oh, but this game was used in Unreal Engine 4. Why don't companies do it? Okay, this company did. They used it. So how the hell are we on Steam and you look at the reviews and they're just dog shit? For the amount of hype that was in this game, that was on this game, it is insane. I mean, granted, if you're a Star Wars fan, are you gonna love this regardless? Most likely. And even if you're a Star Wars fan, could you look past all this? Probably, yeah, but it's still a big letdown, especially for a game that's $70, not including the deluxe edition that is $90. It's insane. For a $70 game, especially this big of hype, you expect a lot more. Like, legitimately, if you look, there are over 15,000 reviews. 15,000 reviews on this game. And if you look at it, it's mixed. You'll see people that are like, oh, this game, oh my god, this game is amazing. Oh my god, this game is this. But then you'll have the people that are like, what the hell did they do? It's just insane. Now, I personally haven't played it because I'm not too big into Star Wars. Personally, you know, it's just a personal choice. I know a lot of my friends who actually have played the game and have told me that it's just a big letdown. Now, could I, you know, play this game and, you know, formulate my own opinion? Yes. Now, okay, I can't bash on it too much. Again, it's a Star Wars game, so it has a lot of great things to it. Story of the game, you know, the progression of the game, all of that is great. You know, it's very nostalgic, of course, if you're a Star Wars fan. But we can't just sit there and ignore all of these signs that just point to a pure lack of just a pure lack of like not caring about the finished product and basically like, oh, let's just push it out and it'll be good to go. Like, no, you gotta take your time with stuff like this, especially with big games. If I guarantee you, I'm not even lying, I guarantee you, if this happened with the new Legend of Zelda game, everybody would be going crazy. So if you look at the reviews again, they're like very mixed. But just the first two, a lot of people are just very upset and like, it's like literally like this dude was like currently unplayable, crashes constantly, and he has a i9 and RTX. He has an i9 139. So this person says it's currently unplayable and he has an i9 and RTX. And one of the people was legitimately saying that one of the people leaving the review even said that this should have been game of the year. The fact that it constantly crashes and just performance-wise and graphics-wise not looking the best, it's just very, very upsetting. Like, if you legitimately look on Steam, there's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 reviews that are talking about it very negatively, and before you actually get to like a good review, then you have good reviews bounce back, but then it goes back to negative reviews and so on and so forth. It's just, it really just depends on how you view it. When you look at this compared to like other hyped games, it just severely, and I mean severely, underachieved. And it just, like, it had all this hype going around it that this could potentially be game of the year, not even by a little bit, like by a landslide. And the fact that we're sitting here talking about it in such a negative light honestly hurts. And I'm not even a Star Wars fan. It just hurts because, okay, maybe I wanted to actually try it. Just like, hey, you might have been a Harry Potter fan, but you liked the new Harry Potter game that came out, and that got you into the series. This trickles down because if you're not into Star Wars, the first time you're introduced into the series, this is a bad look. Now, it's not, again, a lot of people might not actually notice the changes or the differences, but you notice the crashes, you notice the gameplay issues. It's not like it's little graphical errors that you might not think, or you might not see anything it's like funny or whatever. No, it just crashes. It just crashes. It's like performance issue is bad. Who at the office was like, hey, should we playtest this? No. It's just very upsetting because, again, to like other games that are of this magnitude, like they just by and large overachieved. Like, you can go back to a lot of games. This is getting compared to Cyberpunk, not in gameplay, but in performance and how much it was, like, it wasn't overhyped, it was properly hyped. Like, this was going to be a crazy good game with potential to be game of the year by a landslide, but it just underperformed to the fullest, and it's just very upsetting. I'm not going to spend $70, especially again, this is going to trickle down to everybody else. Why would I pay $70 if it's just going to constantly crash when I could play another game for $70 of equal value, and it's not going to do that? That's the whole thing. That's why people are getting upset. Or at least that's what I would be upset. Because why would I play this? Why would I play Game A? And let me pitch this to you. Game A, $70. Game A, big franchise, a lot of hype. Could be game of the year, but has constant crashes and performance issues. And doesn't seem like it was play tested to really fix these, errors. Option B, all of those listed except the negatives. Which one would you choose? You would choose option B. So this is why companies really need to take their time and not just give into peer pressure when it comes to pushing out products that clearly aren't finished. It not only messes with the entirety of the staff that works on it, the company that pushes this out and is expecting to make a lot of money off of this, and then nobody makes any money off this, and then just nobody wins. It also affects the franchise they're representing. The company that is making the game, they're tarnishing the franchise that they're representing. Again, like I said, this can trickle down to new people trying to get introduced in the franchise that could possibly gain them even more money by buying more products, etc. Basic economics. This can trickle down to the point where it will shy away new people from coming in if they don't fix this quickly. Now again, by the time this comes out, maybe this could be fixed. Maybe they brought up a patch. But the fact that they even have to bring out a patch for this game instead of taking the time, maybe it take an extra couple months, shit, even maybe another year just to make sure it's just right. Personally, I can't speak on everybody, but personally, I would rather wait, like with the new Zelda game, I would rather wait a full another year just so the people developing the game make sure that it's play tested, it works, it functions properly, and it looks great, rather than pushing out a product just to feed those people wanting this game to come out already. That's my personal opinion. Again, I can't speak for everybody, but this game was just a major letdown. And I really wish, like, if this really, like, came out really, like, good, I could have possibly bought it. I'm not into Star Wars, but I could have possibly bought it, could have streamed it, helped them out, you know what I'm saying? Again, basic economics, it just trickles down. And unfortunately, that's just not the case. It already had a lot of, like, expectations going into it, because it's coming off of Jedi Fallen Order, which was widely perceived as an amazing game. Like by and far. If you look at the two back, like side by side, it's night and day. So it was already coming off of high expectation, like, oh, you need to live up, if not be better than your predecessor. And now it just kind of flopped. I wouldn't say it totally flopped, but as far as the standards that it was living up to, you know, i.e. being a Star Wars franchise game, but also coming off of the Fallen Order, which I actually played at one of my boys' house, and it was actually pretty fun. But it's just very like upsetting, because it had so much potential to do so. And of course, you know, Jedi Fallen Order right now is, you know, you could go get that game. It's $40 for the regular version and then $50 for the deluxe edition. Why would I go out of my way to buy the new game that has so much issues when I can just get the predecessor game and it's by and far way better and cheaper? It's just, I don't know. I really wish like I was like a bigger content creator, so like companies would take notice of videos like this, because they just need to listen to some content creators and like think about what they're doing, because it's like, why are you pushing these games? I can go on and off about this. I can go literally all day, because it's not just this game in general. There's a whole bunch of games you can go down the line and be like, why did you do this? Could have just waited, so on and so forth. Let me know what you thought of the game. If you did play it, if you didn't play it, hey, you're welcome. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, bye.